Hey y'all, and welcome to Payton's Place. Here on Payton's Place, I'm going to tell you about all things college, life as a young adult, talk about different social movements, and tell you how to be an activist as well. On this episode, I'm going to tell you what you need to know to start your freshman year off strong. So, let's get started. All right, so let's get right into it. I want to first thank everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing. I could not do this if it were not for y'all, and I just want to claim it now that we will be monetized as a channel in next March. Okay, so like a year from us starting, I'm gonna claim it now, and I can say it confidently just because of the support that y'all have been giving me, and I really appreciate it, and I really do love y'all. But if you're not subscribed and you're tuning in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell as well, turn on your post notifications so you never miss an episode. You know where to catch me here on Payton's Place every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central Time. But today I want to basically just give you some tips on what you need to do to have a really successful first year of school, whether you're a freshman or you're a second year student who really didn't get a traditional first year. Just like tips for getting like acclimated on campus and building that sense of community, because it's so important to have your people when you're on campus. So the first thing that I'm going to say is you should get involved. So that can look like a lot of different things. That can be like joining organizations or like going to different events that either your school puts on or like different organizations put on. So like a lot of schools have like identity-based org. So like I went to a lot of Black Student Union events, but there's also like APITA, Asian Pacific Islander Desi American events. There's like Latinx events, Native student events and orgs, all of that. Like whatever it is that you are pulled towards or you gravitate to, go to those events and like really get to know those people and get involved. And also your school might have like a whole thing of like welcome back or welcome to campus. My school had the Wisconsin welcome, so it was like a list of a whole bunch of different events that were going on for freshmen. So when I was a freshman a long time ago, they had like a list of different events that we could go to that were like connected to sports, connected to going to the dining halls, checking out different places on campus. So whatever it is that your school does, go to those events. I wish I would have did more as a freshman, honestly. I think my experience would have been a little different, but I would just say like go attend those events for real, because that's gonna help you like meet new people, figure out what it is you're interested in, and just also like build that sense of community that a lot of people are looking for. The next thing I would say is put yourself out there to meet new people. So like different places that you can go and meet people, like actually speak to people. And this is coming from somebody who really be in a corner, like observing everybody and filling people out. I would challenge people who are like me to really step out of your comfort zone and out of your shell and get to know people. So like even in your dorm or your residential halls, meet the people on your floor. Like some dorms are really set up to build community and are like really open in that sense, but some of them are a little harder. So put yourself out there. When you see somebody walk in, you know, say hey, say what's up. I mean, that's just nice common courtesy, but really get to know people. Like these are the people that you're going to be living with for a year as well. So little things like that when you're in your dorm. Also when you're in classes. So I went to a really big university and I was in classes with like 300-400 people. But if you're at a small school or a big school, and you have like group projects, or like you're sitting next to somebody and you know 6 feet away, whatever distancing, but if you want to connect with that person, get their number, or like on social media, it's always good also to connect with people in your classes who if you need help like studying or preparing for stuff like that, that's a good thing too. But be careful, because sometimes people be trying to like use you because you real smart and they kind of want to like latch on to you to study. You gotta be careful about that. But most people are really genuine, so I would say like speak to those people in your classes and get to know them and build relationships with them as well. And also, like I said, when you go to events, actually talk to people. Like, don't just sit in the corner and just look and be like, oh, this is cool, or like, this is fun. Like, put yourself out there. It's gonna be people who are looking to like recruit you into different organizations, as far as like Black Student Union, or like different things for different identity based things, like I mentioned before, Latinx. If you got a multicultural student center, a lot of times they try to recruit people to be interns or get involved and stuff like that. So just like, you know, really put yourself out there, because you're never gonna have this time back, y'all. I promise. I really wish I can go back to my freshman year and participate in more things, because I really feel like my experience would have been way different. Like, I didn't start enjoying college until I joined my sorority, and that's because I really had friends at that point, and I had my people, I had my sisters, and I had like a purpose, I felt like, for being on campus. So if you find that early on within an organization or even a job or something, that's great, but you got to put yourself out there in order to do that. I would also say create good habits early. It's so easy to like create bad habits initially, and in college, one thing you do not want to do is get behind. So once you fall behind, like, then you playing catch up, and if you playing catch up in like more than one class, like, that's just really stressful. So start good habits right away. Whether that's like planning your days and weeks out. So saying like, okay, on Mondays, I'm gonna do this, and this. Wednesday, this. Tuesday, like, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, have a planner. I know I mentioned that in one of my other videos. But like, just start planning things out. Also, like, weeks, if you're gonna be like, okay, I need to get all this done in order to go out this weekend. Start that stuff early. Also, create a budget. Yeah, you should really create a budget. I can do a whole video on budgeting. If y'all want a video on budgeting, you know, leave a comment, let me know. But I would say create a budget and stick to it, because everybody's not in this situation. But I was a broke college student, and that was not fun. Like, who like being broke? It's just not fun. And then I got a job my second year, and it was better, because like, I'm the type of person where like, I don't like not being able to do what I want to do. So being broke was rough. So like, find a job early and get a job that either you'll enjoy or that's like easy. Like them desk jobs, those be clutch. And your school might have like a job website or something. I know my university did have a website where they had all the different jobs. So like, do things like find you a job early on. That's another way to connect with people as well. Okay, and then the last thing I would say is don't take on too much. So it's going to be super easy to feel like you can do everything, like you can socially be doing all of this, and you can also keep your grades up, and you can have a job as well to have that money to pay for bills or whatever it is you need to pay for, and like, you can really wear yourself out early on in the semester. So don't do too much. You know, everyone knows what they're able to handle. Yes, get out there and go to events and enjoy things, but like, you gotta have that balance. So the balance between social life, school, mental health, physical health, all of those are so important to make up the whole student. Like, you need to make sure that you're good in all aspects, so then you can really perform as a student. You can, that's what you're there to do, get your degree. But also have fun, because like, when I tell y'all, these are going to be some of the most fun 4 or 5 or 6, however long you in college, years of your life. These are going to be some of the best years of your life, like the most fun, like some of the most stressful too. I ain't gonna cap, but you're going to have so much fun in college. So like, really enjoy it. Like, I wish I could go back to how like carefree I was in college before I had all these bills and became an adult. Yeah. So enjoy it while you can. And that means like putting yourself out there, going to events, making friends, connecting with people, and just enjoying your time at this university, because this is going to be your home for the next however many years you there until you graduate. So make the most of it. But it's going to be so much fun, and y'all are definitely going to enjoy the college experience. But I want to thank you all again for tuning in. I want to remind everyone to subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications as well. I will be here next Wednesday at 11 a.m. on Payton's Place.